morning, everybody. I'm Corinne Caro, and welcome to Long Island Legal. I'm here today with Scott Middleton from Campolo, Middleton, and McCormick. Welcome today, Scott. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's very nice to have you here today to talk about your firm, Campolo, Middleton, and McCormick. Tell us how you met the guys in the firm, Campolo and McCormick.
Well, Pat was introduced to me by Joe after we started the firm. Pat came in a few years after we formed the firm. And Joe and I met on the alumni board at Stony Brook. He was president at the time. I eventually became president of the Alumni Association. He helped me get into the executive committee. And
good friend.
And then several years after that, we had a client in common and decided to form the practice. And we started with myself, Joe, and 2 legal secretaries, and now we have probably close to 30 people in the office.
Yeah, a lot. You've been growing rapidly and expanding all areas of law. I mean, everywhere I look, you guys are either supporting something in the community, a charity, or other attorneys are out there for you. I mean, it's amazing how fast.
Well, it's a lot of hard work.
Mm-hmm.
We put a lot of effort into it, and I think it's really because of the way we service the clients. We've been able to grow the client base and bring in a lot of great legal talent as a result of that.
What is your background? I mean, what have you went to Stony Brook?
I went to Stony Brook, then I went to Brooklyn Law School.
Okay.
In between college and law school, I drove a truck for a year.
You did?
To earn some money.
You didn't want to take that route?
I did. Oh, that's funny. No. It was my father was a truck driver. I drove a truck during the summer and college, and that was not a lifestyle I wanted to have. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And now
long
I
hours,
represent
right?
Long hours, and then there were not as many regulations, so the hours were a lot longer.
Right.
But now I represent a lot of truck and bus companies, so I can actually relate to the truck drivers that I have to represent.
Side. Wow.
Absolutely.
So you can really have a good perspective of
Right.
what they're dealing with. Now, you started something within the firm for the catastrophic loss response team,
Sure.
and it's relative to the industry, correct?
Right. Well, one branch of it is for transportation accidents.
Mm-hmm.
So if a coach bus or a truck gets into an accident and it's a significant accident, we have a team in place that gets to the scene of the accident as quickly as we learn about it. So that we can speak to witnesses, speak to the driver, secure evidence, make sure that the police aren't taking evidence away and not documenting it properly, that sort of thing. So we have a good relationship. Right, we have a good relationship with the local authorities, and then our team of experts is able to come down and start our investigation so that we can protect our clients.
Right, but if you're not a client, then the public needs to know to call you right away if they may feel that they could be in a situation legally.
Absolutely, and it's expanded. So we've put together a team for catastrophic losses in construction accidents.
Okay.
If there's a scaffold collapse or a crane collapse, etc. And we're working on one for fire losses now. We're trying to put the last piece of the puzzle together. In addition to engineers, we're also trying to fit in a fire marshal who can actually go in and do the fire investigation as well.
I think that it's a huge concern as an employer and luckily you guys do represent us, but if the building starts to burn down, we want you guys to be here to protect us right away.
Call the fire department first. And then call us. We should be the second call.
Okay, good.
We should be the second call.
Good.
And especially in a fire loss, the evidence dissipates very quickly, right? So when you want to do a fire investigation, you have to get there quickly.
Okay.
We got called in late on it was more of a product liability case. A biofuel piece of apparatus exploded and caused about $500,000 worth of damage to a fairly small building. And we got called in way too late to preserve the evidence, so we had to rely on what the fire marshals had done.
Wow.
And so we'd rather get there as quickly as possible, have our people work with the authorities, and so that we can better protect the client.
That's so important, and I think that part of our mission in talking to people for you guys is to let the general public know that they can reach out to you first and to protect themselves. To know that you exist prior to something happening that could result in a huge loss.
It's very helpful to our clients,
Sure.
and the public in general. If they need the service, we provide it.
Yeah. Now, a little bit about your background. You were the mayor of Lake Grove.
I was the mayor, and then I was the village judge, and now I've held every elected position in Lake Grove. If they had dog catcher, I'd run for that, I guess. But I'm presently the village attorney and village prosecutor.
Okay, wow,
So-
that's pretty impressive. How do you have the time?
Well, you make it happen. I mean, the busier I am, the more productive I am.
And the
that
happier
works out
Joe
well.
is.
The happier Joe is, always. It's always about Joe's happiness. He likes to see us running around doing as much as possible.
Joe's quite a guy. I mean, he's one of the funniest people I've ever met. You're up there too. I mean, dog catcher.
Joe is funny, but more importantly, he's one of the finest lawyers I've ever known, and
Wow.
and a great businessman. So when he's able to give advice to our clients, he can give advice, having run businesses, etc., and it's very helpful.
Wow.
And his knowledge of the law when it comes to that, and even on my end of the practice, negligence work, he's done that in the past as well. So we have a great team, and we like to collaborate and work together and provide the best service possible to the client.
Right. It's so nice to hear you say that, Scott. I mean, Joe, we're going to send this to you right away so you hear how nice Scott talks about you.
Maybe we could edit that. I don't want him to think I'm being too nice.
Want to blow up his head, right?
It'll ruin my reputation in the firm.
Exactly.
You know.
But in addition to Joe and Steve Levy, you are taking on a new attorney in the healthcare.
Right, Bill McDonald's coming on board on Monday. So he focuses on healthcare, represents doctors and practices when they may have problems with different government agencies.
Okay.
And also white-collar crime.
Right.
He comes out of the Suffolk DA's office and the U.S. Attorney's office, so he's
Right.
got great experience.
And how about Christine Malafi?
Christine Malafi, she's terrific. What a great find for our office.
Yeah.
She came in as a partner about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And has really, just internally, with her organizational skills, has been terrific. And then
Oh,
when
good.
you couple that with her experience as county attorney, and having the former county exec, the former county attorney,
What a team.
myself. Joe was a prosecutor in Sands Point earlier in his career.
Wow.
So we have a great, and I don't think any law firm on Long Island has as great a municipal experience as we do. So the towns and villages that we get to represent are in a good position.
You have a wealth of knowledge right there under one roof.
We do.
Part of what you do as a firm, do you sit down together and have a roundtable discussion when you have a big case or?
Big case, little case, doesn't matter. It's a collaborative effort, and
Really?
we want to put our best foot forward for the client. It's really all about client service
Right.
and getting them the results that they need, but being mindful of the economics of the situation as well.
Right.
And I think we do that better than most firms. But we do collaborate when a case comes in, if it's a big case,
Yeah.
because we do handle so many different types of things. I mean, we do corporate transactional, corporate litigation, negligence defense of bus and truck companies and municipalities.
Right.
We do plaintiff's work. We'll take on a plaintiff's case. So we can put the team together, and there's so much overlap between the different areas that it really works out well, and the clients are well served because of it.
That's a huge relief, Scott, because to know that there's a lot of people putting input into something that could be one of your most frightful situations, it's really puts the client, I think, at ease.
Nobody likes to go to see a lawyer.
Right.
And we try to make sure that we understand that. We never forget that.
Right.
And we try to make it as comfortable a situation for every client as we possibly can. And we're there to help people. We're
Yeah.
there to help businesses. And so far, we've been doing a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, you really have. Well, congratulations on the newest attorneys coming to the firm, and of course your move last year into that great spot in Ronkonkoma.
It's a terrific location.
Right outside of the airport.
Right, we're right at the entrance to MacArthur Airport. We're going to be right there when the Ronkonkoma hub finally comes together. It's just a terrific location because a lot of our clients are Nassau and Suffolk-based clients, so we're kind of right in the middle,
Yeah.
it makes it convenient for them. Clients or people that have to come in and see us from out of town. We have the railroad station not far away, and we're right at the airport, so it's a great location.
Transportation-wise, definitely.
It's a great transportation hub.
Top off right
Hopefully
there.
more trucks and buses come to the area as well, and it's a win-win.
Sure. Well,
So-
there's a lot of that happening with with Long Island tourism, I believe. So this is great that you guys are at the forefront of that.
Yeah, I think so. And, we have a relationship with some of the East End companies that are trying to make that happen. So,
Yeah.
for us, it's all about Long Island and representing our clients.
I love everything you've said here today, Scott. It's been really nice speaking with you. Congratulations on your firm. And of course, on this show, Long Island Legal, which airs every Friday at 10:30. And the Daily Blue is a social networking site, so you can ask questions of any of the attorneys, and hopefully you guys can give some answers to people that could utilize your services.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Scott. Please check out Campolo, Middleton, and McCormick, the website, cmmllc.com.
LLP.com.
LLP.
LLP.com.
Or LLC. And you can see them every week on the Daily Blue. I'm Corinne Caro. Thank you, Scott Middleton, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next Friday. Thanks so much.